Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. This every morning. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna on endless repeat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. I'm so thankful. This is super amazing vegetarian food. No meat, nothing. Amazing. That's what it looks like from outside the temple. Always in work in progress. So I wanted to take a little walk into the forest and chill my thoughts a little bit. Think about certain things. What I can give you guys, I mean, although I think I have learned a lot, so is our ego thinking we know so much. We know so much better than the other person. But it's just to respect other opinions, other energies, just to have a kind of basic respect for everyone, and always give your attention, give your love. Even if the person is wanting to hate you, always give love back, or just accept and say, yeah, you're right. Because the more you start to contra-react, the more it's starting to create some kind of explosion, a spiritual explosion. So I mean, just keep in your heart that God is always with you. Love your next, even love a little piece of a little grass, even love the grass, or even love the flies, because the flies are also part and parcel of God, as you, as everyone. And even this fucking beautiful tree, look at him, it's amazing. Even this being is part of the eternal creation. And if you look at it sorry, materially, you would say, okay, but the tree is not eternal. But what is the tree really? I mean, the tree has some energy that keeps him growing, and there's consciousness behind it, you know. So what is this consciousness? What is this everlasting part of everything? It's a soul. You are part of this too. You are interacting with other souls, and everything you see in the material and spiritual world are all parts of God. We are all parts of God. Krishna and Mata Yashoda. Nicest build. Srila Prabhupada, spiritueller Meister. Spiritual Master Prabhupada. And Sri Nrsimha, line incarnation of Krishna. Wonderful. Sri Nrsimha Jaya, Nrsimha Jaya, Jaya Nrsimha Praladesha Jaya, Adma Mukha Padma Bringa. And of course, even though I'm so pregnant, I gotta give birth to a little Indian boy. It's getting better every moment. They are permanently serving food, permanently serving good prasadam, offered food to Krishna. Wow, nice. Serving everyone is happy. Haribo. Just try to get enlightened by God's love. It's so amazing what have been offered to us. Even if we see this, oh my God, God, why are you doing this, Krishna? Why are you doing this? We might see it as bad, but God might see it as perfect for our situation and our karma. That's what we should see, that there's always a higher perspective from God. And I just decided to take a little walk through the woods, nature, and connect with the trees, because we're not only matter, we're not only soul, but we're a combination of a lot of things: spirit, soul, mental intelligence, and yeah, we are here in this material world, but we are so much more than just material beings. We are a composition of, we are like a cocktail of everything. We are like a cocktail of matter. We are a cocktail of mental body, emotional body. I see so much mosquitoes. They have pretty much not the the ideal body to be in this material world now, but well, whatever, it's their karma. So what did I want to say? I wanted to say that we are all, everything, even this tree, this wood, even if you think it's dead matter, it's still emanation from God, from Krishna, and yeah, it's all emanation from God. Your soul is a little parcel of God. If you look, you see an ocean, yeah? Imagine the ocean is God and you are just a little drop of water. So what's the difference? The difference is very big. You are very small and God is very big, but you have the same qualities. I mean, right now, yeah, we are illusion through matter in the material world, but my friends, this is not forever. Look, I'm here for 20 years of my life, and then I will be maybe 60 more or less, who knows. But the fact is that we are not just composed of matter, because look at a dead body who's not moving anymore. There's something that went out, his soul. That's what I want to say. Something went out, some energy, some consciousness, this godly consciousness, which can put matter into life, into animated informations, animated bodies, animated, everything is animated through the godly spiritual matter. So this forest is also very nicely animated through godly spiritual matter. Escaping from the forest, and the sun is on the way, and I'm on the way to chase her too, so that she can shine into my face. Of course, there are always cars, but don't get distorted by anything, my friends. Stay on God's way, that's what I want to say. Listen into yourself, feel into yourself, feel into your heart, feel into what you are really. Don't get illusioned too much by matter. And I'm speaking to myself also clearly, because we all got illusions sometimes. We all have this I need illusions, and we're falling too deep into it, and then we're falling into materialism. We need money, for sure, we need this and that. I mean, we need money for living, we need money for purposes, but a lot of people only use money for sense satisfaction, sense gratification, to be satisfied for a little moment, but they don't know the source of all happiness is God, is Krishna, or whatever you want to call him, Allah, or whatever. I mean, it's the creation itself, and the creator is the biggest ruler of the creation. So if you love the creation, you will love the creator even more. I think you guys want to know what's inside of this hut. Wow, this is not really stable, but I hope not cutting myself. It's a little dangerous. I will meditate in this house now. It's the feeling I got when I entered. Just a house for me to meditate, keep my thoughts calm. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
We speak in English, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here after a long time. I used to actually be here a long time ago. I used to run the place actually on stage. And so I know the difficulties and I know the pleasures, the pains and the pleasures. That you find everywhere. Wherever you go in the material world, you find this. There's pains and there's pleasure. I was in Vrindavan one time. It was 55 degrees in Shatna, in Vrindavan, in shade. And I bought a freezer, a huge freezer, and stick my head into the freezer every 10 minutes to freeze my brain because I was about to go crazy. 55 degrees is just particular for European bodies, very hot. So when I came actually from India just last week, when I came out of the airport, the air was delicious. I took a big breath and beautiful fresh air after the heat and the dust and the noise of India. I felt like at home. You live in heaven. You just don't know it. So here you find this situation, that this Kadama Muni was a powerful yogi, and therefore he had huge mystic powers. You can see sometimes, even our experience. Take for example Jesus. He could walk over water. This is called Lagima. Lagima city. He had that city. When his disciples were gathering in the room after his crucifixion and death, quote unquote, they were so afraid that they locked the door in this room, in the upper chamber. And all of a sudden he walked through the door. This is called Anima City. He was among them. That means he could walk through the wall. The rooms there. In the same way, when he fed 5,000 people and 4,000 people at one stage, this is called practicing. If you take idol to access another place, you take it. You can take a flower from another planet. These are all mystic powers. And great yogis have them, but also pure devotees have them. Jadurani Mataji used to say, not Jadurani, because it's Jadurani, was Malati, who's there? Who was in Muna? Muna walked behind Prabhupada in the house, in the property of John Lennon. And it was a little muddy, and she was walking after Prabhupada, and we saw that Prabhupada didn't leave any footsteps. And this is not the first time we have heard this from another devotee in New York also. There was also a kind of muddy valley, and she was walking. Both boys looked back and said, I'm leaving. Prabhupada doesn't need any footsteps. And there are many other examples. For example, when Prabhupada initiated here in Germany, he came to Germany, and so he was doing the initiations, and I stood right behind him. I saw that he took his beads. There was one devotee, his name was Maharati. And Marathi, before he came to the Krishna consciousness, was a butcher. He was a butcher. He was a butcher. And so he came to Krishna consciousness. He was very strong. And so Prabhupada gave him the beads. And then I saw Prabhupada took the beads back. After asking him the regular, he said, you have to promise. He said, don't kill any animals anymore. Then he gave him the beads back. So the same happened actually in New York, similar. The Prabhupada, he could understand, the person who was behind all the makeup and whatever it is, the facade. You could see that. You would see that. And Brahmananda was telling a story. And at one time, Brahmananda had some sort of growth in his heel, from the bone. The bone was some growth. It grew. And so he couldn't walk in the Second Avenue Temple. And all the devotees went to this Mr. What was his name? Dr. Mishra, in an ashram in upper state New York, which is very beautiful. There's a lake and everything. So the devotees went with Prabhupada to see this ashram, and Prabhupada would preach also. And he would argue with this Dr. Mishra like anything. I mean, they were, as soon as there was an opportunity, because Dr. Mishra was a Mayavadi. And Prabhupada immediately started arguing with him in a friendly way. And so, in any case, so Brahmananda could not go, he stayed back. They all went in two cars. And then, after some time, because he couldn't walk, after some time, the telephone rang, and Brahmananda had to go on his four legs into the next room to come to the telephone, and the telephone was up. He has to get up. And so he lifted up the telephone, and Prabhupada was on the phone. He said, Brahmananda, are you okay? He said, yes, I'm okay. She said, Prabhupada held up. Then Brahmananda, he walked. And that's a difficult one. Almost. Try once more. Sayodharkam. Then Sarva Rupa Sayodharkam. Mani Sambar Upasthitham.
You work in garden, Prabhu. Work for Krishna. Only the best cabbage for Krishna. Where do you see the best one?
Everywhere. Because it's planted with
'Cause it's-
bhakti and for Krishna.
No, you didn't plant it.
This is
God
this
planted.
is holy. Holy cabbage. Everything is holy. That's what
Everything.
Prabhu also told me yesterday. The last words of Prabhupada were, everything you see, it's Krishna. Nothing is not Krishna. Dann hat er nicht mehr viel gesagt und dann ist er, ja dann war er irgendwie schweigsam, aber er hat trotzdem noch gechantet und am Ende Hare Krishna und dann ist er eingeschlafen.
Beim Chanten.
Hare Krishna und dann war er weg oder ist gestorben.
Sad story of a great man. Happy story of a great man. Oh. Mo. Ich will noch diesen dicken Burschen hier mit. Yes. Krishnas Jacke. Wow. It's a wonderful. It's day number 2 in this temple where we remember God, where we do service for God, where we just have a loving relationship with God. That's the message of it. And if you love someone, you just serve. So that's what we're trying to do. Serving Krishna. Krishna Hare Hare.
So, how are you? What's your name? Ayansh? Hey Ayansh. You cut hair today?
Krishna.
Oh, you have such beautiful hair. But guess what? Guess what? Look at me. Oh, she doesn't like me.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, this is the Tulasi plantation. Yeah. So much holy plants, and what you see here on my forefront should be a representation of this leaf, and they make really beautiful flowers right now. No one is flowering, but this is the flower, this little pimple. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
this is what the temple looks like. This is the temple, and so this is the Bavarian forest, right in the Bavarian forest, and it's always pretty cloudy here, so a little cold also. I wanted to say thanks to God that He brought me to this place and all this beautiful experience with these beautiful people that are really, really, really kind and really nice devotees of Krishna, and I appreciate, and I say Haribol, my friends.